So we were doing types of elasticities. This is case 3, unit elastic. Now when can we say that the demand is unit elastic? We say that the demand is unit elastic when the percentage change in price has an equivalent percentage change in demand. Now what does it mean? The law of demand here also remains same. With price fall, quantity demand increases, and with price rise, quantity demand decreases. But the quantity demand changes exactly equal to the same percentage by which the price have changed. So here, if the price have fallen by 5%, the quantity demand has also increased by 5% than before. And if the price have increased by 5%, the quantity demand will fall exactly by 5%. So how to measure the value of elasticity? It is percentage change in quantity demanded by percentage change in price. And if we have same percentage change, suppose 5% change is quantity demanded due to 5% change in price. The percentages get cancelled, 5 and 5 get cancelled, and it is equating to 1. So whenever the elasticity's value is equal to 1, we call it unit elastic demand. That is when the demand changes exactly by same amount as much as price got changed. But the downward relation or the negative relation of price and demand still holds. Now how will we get the curve? Suppose when the price is P1, the demand is Q1. Now when price increases by this much, price have increased less, so the demand will fall as a result of increased price, but the fall will be exactly equal to as much as the price have risen. If the price rises even further to P3, the demand will fall exactly equal to how much the price have increased. So if we plot the points, we will get a straight downward sloping demand curve. It is not flat curve. In case of elastic demand, we got flatter demand curve. And in case of inelastic, you will see you will get a steeper demand curve. But here in case of unit elastic, you get a very uniform sloping, all throughout same sloping, downward sloping demand curve. Now we go to case 4, which inelastic demand. Now from the word inelastic means demand is very less stretchable. So with price fall, demand increases, and with price rise, demand decreases. So the law is following over here. But if you compare due to the or as a result of price fall, the demand increases very less. See the size of the arrow. Here I am using the size of arrow as the notation to show you how the quantity demand is behaving. Now as a result of price rise, the quantity demand is falling, but not also that much level. So what does it indicate? Generally this happens for essential commodities. Suppose if the price have fallen, like food grains, quantity demand will increase, but can you keep on eating? So you cannot increase your appetite beyond a certain limit. So you will increase your demand, but not that much. Similarly, when price rises also, you demand less, but you cannot drop much because it's an essential product. It has to be present in your consumption basket. So you cannot drop your demand to that level. So this gives rise to inelastic demand. How to calculate the elasticity? Percentage change in quantity demanded by percentage change in price. The formula remains same for all the cases. But here the percentage change in demand is less. So let us take there has been 5% change in demand compared to 10% change in price. Price have changed much more than the demand changes. So the percentage sign will get moved. 5 2s are 10. So it will be 1 by 2. So EP value is coming 0.5, or we can write in general case EP is less than 1. So whenever elasticity is less than 1, it shows that the demand is not stretchable. It is inelastic. And how to obtain the curve? So here, suppose P1 is the price, then the quantity demand is Q1. Now P1 increases much more. Suppose this is the P2. Price have increased by much more amount, but the demand change is very negligible. So quantity demanded will be changing but by less. Price is changing by more, quantity is changing by less. Again, if the price increases itself, suppose it goes to P3. Price have increased to a much greater extent, but as a result quantity is falling very less. It is falling than before, but by a very lesser amount. So you can say that the demand is responding due to price change, but not to that much amount. When the price increases so much, then the demand should go down also very fast, but it is not happening. Demand is going down but at a very slow rate, so the changes are very less. And if you plot this, you will get a very steep demand curve, very steeper demand curve in case of inelastic demand. Now the last case is perfectly inelastic. That means the demand does not change at all, even if price changes. So this is perfectly inelastic. Demand is not changing at all. So if the price increases, the demand should go down, but it is remaining same as before. And if the price decreases, demand should go up, but it is remaining the same as before. So EP value, percentage change in quantity, there is no change in quantity, so top part will be 0. And there is percentage change in price, suppose there is 5% change in price. But if the numerator is 0, the entire value of price elasticity becomes 0. So whenever elasticity is equal to 0, it shows that there is no change in demand that is taking place as a result of price change. And how will the curve look like? It will be a straight line vertical demand curve, because with your price change, because with your P1, P2, P3, if your price, suppose P1 was the initial price, you demanded this quantity. When price increased, you are demanding the same quantity, it is not changing. And when the price is charged P3, then also you are demanding same quantity. So you are not responding as a result of price change. So a vertical demand curve is obtained. So these are all the cases of elasticity of demand.